Some say Chinese is one of the most difficult languages in the world, and learning it is almost impossible.
So learning Chinese, the most difficult thing.
非常非常非常非常非常难
So I'm sort of tone deaf. I can't really hear them.
I think the cultural mindset is the biggest complication for
The
us.
grammar.
知吃思诗都还难
It's just complicated so much.
Only because you're not learning it in the right way. Why not try Takeaway Chinese, where you can take some Chinese away and experience progress day by day. Takeaway Chinese, we will promise you a difference.
你好，欢迎收听随行汉语 Welcome to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niuniu with Mr. Tony Reid in the studio. Hi, Tony.
Hey, Honglin. It's always a special day when we are recording together.
Recording with you is so much fun. And look at you, always dressed properly, always, very serious about your ritual, your looks, the things you do.
But even just a tie. It's just a tie, folks, all right?
No.
Not that serious here.
I'm very impressed because you always look very smart.
Like I'm celebrating an occasion, right?
Or you're the kind of guy who wanted to make things right. When you do something, you do it the right way. Like you need the proper equipment, you need the proper room, your proper office.
Are you trying,
do
to,
things
call me a stickler, huh?
I'm just trying to say that you are the one that in Chinese we would say someone who is with a 仪式感.
仪式感.
仪式 would be a ritual or a ceremony or, something you do in a special occasion. And 感 is a sense. So a sense of ritual.
Okay.
Yeah,
I dig that.
Yeah, right? You're the kind of... Why? Let me know.
So what is our...
Educate me. Seriously, because I'm not that kind of girl.
Right.
When I do things, I don't have a specific pattern. It's not like I have to be somewhere and I have to have something with me so that I can feel that I'm in the mood.
Yes,
I am in the right set.
You're in media and you have your own program.
That's the different thing.
And that's, you have to be very organized and have a ritual to be able to do a program. I mean, this is Takeaway Chinese and we're over 300 some episodes.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's true.
So I would say there's a certain ritual aspect that, you have to employ in your discipline.
Yeah, I want to ask you, I think what I'm trying to say here is that for someone who has a sense of ritual, what do you think about anniversaries? Do you value them really highly?
Yeah, obviously it depends on what you're celebrating, of course. And as I get older, I tend to whittle out the stuff that's not so important that a lot of us have grown accustomed to celebrating every year. But yeah, I think that anniversaries are important. It obviously keeps some memory around of something that has happened in the past.
Or perhaps sometimes it can refresh something as well. Take it as a special occasion. You can do special things so that you can refresh your memory or add a little bit onto it.
Depends on how you feel about it, right?
Oh,
if you don't like it, then it won't be any of that stuff.
It would be fun because we are talking about anniversaries today, and hopefully we can give you one or two tips that you can use in your life to, spice things up a little bit, make it a little more interesting.
Okay.
All right. So for our dear listeners, if you're interested in Chinese culture and you want to get a grip on the Chinese language, then this is the show for you. Stick with us for 30 minutes and you soon see the rewards. And for more fun Chinese learning, follow our Facebook page, CRI Learn Chinese, to watch many fun videos and live streams. But now, let's provide you with some free Chinese for takeaway. 为什么有这么多日子要庆祝啊？情人节、生日，还有好多纪念日。庆祝纪念日可以给生活增加仪式感，只要你想，平凡的日子也可以散发光芒。那纪念日应该送什么礼物啊？ 那要看是什么纪念日了。比如结婚纪念日可以送花，入职1周年可以买蛋糕，搬家50周年可以再换个新住处。
Yeah, definitely a conversation about anniversaries and if they're significant. Should we, what should you do during that time? And I'm sure this varies by the individual, right?
Yes, and learning to say these, words like special occasions, holidays, anniversaries. Perhaps you can say something like 结婚纪念日快乐 Happy anniversary for our marriage, darling, in Chinese. It'll help you a lot.
Sure.
Okay, let's start learning the conversation first.
All right.
为什么有这么多日子要庆祝啊？情人节、生日，还有好多纪念日。
So this is why are there so many days to celebrate? Valentine's Day, birthdays, and so many anniversaries. Very valid question, I think.
And also the question, obviously from a guy trying to, dodge the bullet of buying presents all the time and thinking about new ideas to celebrate things.
Don't splice genders on this. I think it could be a lady too if she doesn't really want to celebrate something, right?
Yeah, perhaps you're right.
But probably more of a guy question. So, 为什么, this is why.
Why?
有, so like have or are there, right? So, 多 means like a lot or many,
yeah,
right?
so this many. It's like so many, this many. 这么多.
这么 is this, and then
yes.
多 is many. And then 日子.
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 日子 is actually day.
That's day, yeah.
Day.
And then 要 here, this is kind of interesting.
Yes, because when you are using 要 as want, you can say 我要, I want.
Yeah.
But when the subject here is not a person, actually what you're trying to say is something has to happen or something is about to happen. For example, we say 天要下雨. 天 would be the sky, and here it suggests the weather. 要 want or, will. 下雨 rain. So it will rain. And here we say 日子很多日子要庆祝 many days that we have to 庆祝 celebrate.
We will celebrate.
We will
so
celebrate.
It's almost like will, huh?
Almost like will.
Okay, got it. 庆祝, this is celebrate.
Yes.
And then
Suggesting I'm not really happy about it. I'm asking a question.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So the here is negative.
Little bit. A little bit confusing, baffled, tiny little negative.
Okay.
Something like,
Sometimes it could
为什么要上班啊? Why am I working?
But it's
See, a
also
little bit
a
negative.
lightening of the tone.
Lightening
right?
the tone, yes, for sure.
Okay.
情人节.
So 情人节, so that must be Valentine's Day.
情人 would be lover. And 节 is a festival. So in Chinese, we say lovers festival or, in a very neutral sense.
Okay.
Lover. 情人节.
生日.
生日.
生日, that's a birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah? And then 还有. Here it's like still have or?
Yes, moreover.
Moreover. Okay. 好多, so that's like a lot, right?
Many.
Many. And then 纪念日.
纪念日.
And that must be anniversary.
Yes, that is the key word of the conversation. 纪念 means to remember or to commemorate. 日 is a day, we know that. So 纪念日 is actually a day worth celebrating, a day that is special for a certain sense.
Okay.
Because of a certain reason. 庆祝纪念日可以给生活增加仪式感。只要你想，平凡的日子也可以散发光芒。
So that means celebrating anniversaries can add a sense of ritual to life. And as long as you wish for it, your ordinary days will also be very special and glow or shine, right?
Oh, yeah. That's a metaphor there. We can talk about it a bit later.
Okay.
So for the first part, 庆祝纪念日. Yes, 庆祝.
So 庆祝, I think we
covered it.
covered
Celebrate.
that one, right? Celebrate.
Yes.
And then 纪念日, this is anniversary. 可以 is like can, right? And then 给, is this like give or add?
Give or add or for or to.
Okay. 生活.
生活.
I think that's life,
Life.
right? And then 增加.
增加.
So 增, this is a new one for me. 增加, this is like to increase.
Increase or add on.
All right.
Do you know how to say decrease?
Decrease.
You don't know that. It's okay. It's a
下
tough one.
降.
Oh, 下降, that works. But you can also say 减少. 减少, decrease.
Okay. And then 仪式感.
Yep, 仪式感.
That was the like sense of like ritual or
Yes.
sense of habit or something, right?
Yes, 仪式感. Because in especially recent years, people started to talk about 仪式感 more and more often. We believe that our day in, day out life is just, not that exciting. We go to work, we do our jobs, and we go back home. It's just too mundane. It's just too, boring if
okay.
you are using that word. So 仪式感 is a sense of ritual. If you can treat something very seriously with every pattern you can think about, it might change things a little bit. 仪式感.
仪式感.
And then we have 只要你想.
只要. So 只要 is like
as long as. Uh-huh.
你想, this is like you want, right?
You want.
Or you wish, right?
Yes.
And then 平凡的.
Uh-huh. 平凡的.
平凡的. So is this ordinary?
It's ordinary, but I'm not really sure if I'm right. But I think in the English sense, ordinary carries a little bit negative meaning. It's like if I say I am ordinary, I'm saying I'm not extraordinary. But in Chinese, 平凡 is just very neutral word. It's saying it's nothing special. It's
normal. Average.
Average, yes.
Okay. So 平凡的日子.
Yes, we've talked
this
about.
word is so difficult for me.
日子. Days.
That's day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, also.
Uh-huh.
可以 can. 散发.
散发.
This is the, I guess, to
It's a little bit like
distribute or go here, go there.
Yeah, it's like that. 散发 means to distribute or to emit, to release things out. So we say 这个蛋糕散发着香气. So 这个蛋糕 would be this cake. 散发 is emitting 香气, really nice smell, fragrance. It smells so good. So 散发 is distribute in that sense. And of course, you can 散发 not only a smell, giving off. It can also be a light. You can also emit out, giving off the light. And here, 光芒 is the
光芒.
光芒.
Light, right?
Light or shine or glow. 光 itself means light, and 芒 is a word used to describe if you're painting a picture, for example.
Busy, right?
Busy is same pronunciation, different character. But imagine a kid. When a kid is drawing a picture of the sun, perhaps he'll draw a circle and then have some patterns outside that sun or some lines outside that circle showing the light of the sun. And that lines would be described as 光芒 in Chinese.
The rays of whatever, right?
Yes.
Okay. Light
And
rays.
here, 平凡的日子散发光芒, I feel like it's a metaphor saying, I think when someone's pregnant, you would say you're glowing. Is that an expression? It's like
yeah,
saying...
you hear that sometimes. Like
yeah, you
the
hear
skin, and just the person looks like, yeah, they're shining. I mean, I haven't experienced that yet, but yeah.
That's the idea. So in Chinese, we say that as well. We are saying if something is shining, we're saying it's special. So here, 平凡的日子, ordinary days or normal days, 散发光芒, it can shine as well.
All right.
那纪念日应该送什么礼物啊?
That is, what gift should I give for the anniversary? That's probably a really common question because after a while, after you've done enough of them, you start running out of ideas.
Oh, yeah.
So, na is like then, right? 纪念日.
纪念日.
That's the anniversary.
Yep.
应该. Oh, this
Should.
one is like should. Yeah?
Uh-huh.
And then 送.
送 is send or give.
Oh, so it's not, we wouldn't say gay here.
给, yes, is give, but 送 is more like gift. So gift someone something.
Oh, okay. So 送什么? That's like give or gift what? 礼物.
礼物.
礼物. This one is this is the actual noun of gift, right?
Yes. So 礼 carries the meaning of a gift and 物 is a subject. So something you give as a gift, gift, the noun.
Okay.
那纪念日应该送什么礼物啊？那要看是什么纪念日了。比如结婚纪念日可以送花，入职1周年可以买蛋糕，搬家50周年可以再换个住处。
Wow. So all that meant that depends on what anniversary it is. For example, you can send flowers for wedding anniversaries. You can buy cakes for your anniversary or your first anniversary for your job. And your 50th anniversary moving to your home, well, you can get a new place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really long. Let's see. So na is then. Yao. So
Yes.
this is...
It's the same idea. Should or must or will.
oh, could we say na ingai?
You can say 那应该.
Okay. So na yao kan. So that's look, right?
Yes, or consider in this sense. We talked about this. 看 is the Chinese word for everything that you use your eyes to do. And apparently here, use your brain to do as well. Because, for example, you say 看电视, watch TV. You say 看书, read a book. And here, we are actually translating regard as 看 as well. So 要看是什么纪念日? It depends. It depends on the anniversary. Or I will think about my gift regarding different anniversaries.
And so next, Shema is what? Genie and er. That's anniversary. La. L-A. La.
Yeah, it's again a particle put at the end of the sentence to soften the tone.
Okay. Biru.
比如
Biru. So that means like such as.
such as
And then 结婚. That's,
结婚
oh, that's marriage. And then 纪念日.
纪念日
Anniversary.
anniversary.
可以 can. Song is gift, as in the verb of giving someone a present, right?
Yes.
And then 花.
花
Is this art
It's flower.
or flower?
Yeah, 画 is painting, whereas 花 is flower.
Sounds the same to me. 花. All right. So flowers. 入职.
入职
入职. So 入职, that's like.
It's a tough one. It's
Yeah, that
getting
was
a
hard.
new job because 入 carries the meaning of get in. So 入口 we say that's the entrance. 入 and 职 职务 or 职位 is a word used to talk about your job. So you say 你的职位是什么? So what is your position in the workplace? That's 职 or 职业 profession. 我的职业是主持人. My profession is anchor or is a host. So 职业, that's your profession, your job. And 入职 is go into the job. So basically getting your job.
All right. So 入职 or start job. 一周年.
一周年
Is that 1 year anniversary or 1 year?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the idea because we didn't specify the difference between 纪念日, the Chinese anniversary, and the anniversary English word itself because there is actually a difference. Chinese 纪念日 should be, in my opinion, translated as day for celebrating. That'll be a better translation, but
Okay.
most occasions in English, it is a kind of anniversary. So anniversary is more like 1 or 2 or around year that something has happened, right? So in Chinese, we have a word for that as well. We call it 周年. 周 means a full circle. 年 is a year. So if you think about it, 周年 is a better translation for anniversary because it's like, a round year. If you're talking about 1 year anniversary, that's 一周年. And then you can say 2 year anniversary, 2周年. 5 year anniversary, 5周年.
Okay. Cool. So 一周年可以 can.买 this is buy.
买
蛋糕
蛋糕
that's cake.
cake.
搬家
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 搬家 is a funny one as well.
Is that like moving apartments or?
Yes.
Okay.
So 搬 means to move. It's a verb. It can be the kind of move that takes a little more strength. So if you say 搬桌子,
Which
I'm
move
moving
doesn't
the
take
take.
strength, by the way?
If you're moving a pen, you don't use the verb 搬. If you're moving a table or if you're moving a couch, you're moving something that are heavy, you use 搬. And if you're moving your house, apparently you're not taking your house entirely to other places.
Right.
Exactly, you're taking your things into another house, but we use 搬 as well in this occasion. So 搬家 would be move place, move house.
I think the Brits talk like that too. They say moving house or something, but we just say I'm moving.
Yeah, but if I say I'm moving in this sense, I just want to specify. You're right. You can say I'm moving. So 搬家, you say 我要搬家了, I'm moving.
Wow.
Okay. And 50.
50.
That's 50.
Oh, I knew that.
Yes, you do.
50. 周年. So is that another year anniversary? Or?
It's 50 years anniversary. That's what I'm talking about.
周年
You use 周年.
可以 is can.
Can.
And 在
again.
Again. 换 is that change or
Change.
Switch? And then 个新住处.
新住处.
新住处. Is that a new place?
New place.
So 新地方 and 新住处 is the same?
地方 is a place for sure. 住处 literally is a place to live. So 处 is the place and 住 is to live.
Right.
So a new place to live. It's saying if you're celebrating your 50th anniversary, moving into your home, perhaps it's time to, change again, to move again. So, yeah, I think this guy's trying to be funny. And when it comes to anniversaries, there are things that we do. And there are things that perhaps we often ignore. And I guess in the second half of the show, we can talk a little bit about that as well. So, do you have any other questions towards the conversation?
No, let's give it a try. Since I'm the dude, I guess I can do the dude question, right?
Okay, go ahead.
为什么有这么多日子要庆祝啊？情人节、生日还有好多纪念日。
庆祝纪念日可以给生活增加仪式感，只要你想，平凡的日子也可以散发光芒。
那纪念日应该送什么礼物啊？
那要看是什么纪念日啦，比如结婚纪念日可以送花，入职1周年可以买蛋糕，搬家50周年可以再换个新住处。You're listening to Takeaway Chinese with myself, Niuniu and Tony. We would love to hear from you. Send us your thoughts by email to learnchinese@cri.com.cn. Coming up next, let's talk about different ways to celebrate your anniversaries. Don't go away, so you will take some Chinese away. Welcome back to Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niuniu, joined by Tony. So Tony, do you think anniversaries are important? Or what kind of anniversaries do you think carry better or more significance?
I think the ones where a memorable event. Every year you have certain holidays, celebrating certain individuals that have died and have contributed a lot to, society. Outside of that, I'm not a fan of Christmas. I'm not a fan of birthdays. I'm not a fan
I'm a huge fan of birthdays.
Not a fan of birthdays. Not a fan of Valentine's Day or any of that stuff. Not anymore. When I was younger, and more impressionable, I would waste my money on all of these, different things. But these days, no.
So do you think that one's personal anniversary is more important? Like some people do not like to celebrate, like you said, Valentine's Day, but they celebrate their own anniversaries. They say 是我们的日子. It's like saying they own the day. It's like saying, for example, their first date.
Yeah.
They make it an anniversary and they celebrate that instead of, other holidays.
No, I think that's cool. I mean, if that's something that if both people are on board, then it's amazing, then it's great. And then they can both have fun and enjoy that. But if it's just one-sided, then it can be a little bit annoying, actually.
But the thing is, I think for many people, what they wanted to do is to take advantage of the day and use it as even excuse to, connect better, to talk about deeper things, because in your day in, day out life, you don't do that. You don't talk to your spouse, don't talk to your family in a very deep level. You don't sit down and ask them, how are you? I mean, really, how are you? Where are you on your life route or just where are we in our relation. You don't do that.
Well, speak for yourself, Hong Lin.
You do that? You do that every day? Really?
Not every day, but you don't need a specific holiday to do that. I mean, sometimes people can have, and that's what arguments are for, right? When you have an argument, you really are talking about what's going on in your relationship.
Yeah, but for some people are like closed books. You can't crack them open unless you have a good excuse. You ask them, how are you? They say, good. And it's just end of conversation.
I don't know. I think that depends on the personality type.
Oh yeah, that is why for some people, anniversaries can be a good
That's
excuse.
The thing. If that's their personality, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on an anniversary. They're not opening up because that's just not who they are. So that's what I mean. It's not what it depends on what it is and what you hope to accomplish. I think that you can show somebody that they're special and you don't need an anniversary for that, because a lot of times it's just commercialized.
Oh, that too. I agree with you on that point. And I remember I think Valentine's Day, one of my teachers, she's in her 50s, and we asked her whether or not you're going to celebrate your Valentine's Day with your husband. And she was like, why? Why are we celebrating Valentine's Day? For us, every day is our special day. And it's just, wow. In Chinese, we say 撒狗粮, you know? So spread dog food, because at that time we feel like she is being...
Spread dog food? Wow, that sounds awful.
No, it's just a slang. It's not awful. It's just an expression we use to talk about the situation when two people really in love are just showing off their love in front of your face.
No, that's an example of them not like conforming to what everybody else is doing. Yeah, I don't know. I interpret that a little bit differently, but I see what she's saying. It's not. It's the point is, I'm not celebrating the holiday.
Okay, so personally, you celebrate anniversaries, do you?
No, I don't celebrate those things
at all.
No.
How about let's move things outside of the realm of romance and to a more official setting, for example, for in a workplace. If your colleagues actually remember the day you first get into the office, start your job, and give you a 1-year anniversary gift or something.
Nobody does that. Come on.
What if they do?
Have you ever in your life had anyone celebrate the day that you started working for the company?
Well, sometimes perhaps the colleagues don't do that, but the companies would do that to show you that they care. I don't know if they really care, but they will show you they care.
Never experienced that in my life, but it is nice every once in a while when people get alerts on their phones that it's your birthday, and they're in the office and people come up to you and say, oh, today's your birthday, happy birthday, and they give you something cheesy. Nice. Every now and then it's kind of nice.
Is another kind of anniversaries. That's the anniversaries, for example, for a company's founding or for a very special historical figure's birthday. I think their birthdays are much less than a birthday, more like a certain day to commemorate this person, to commemorate these accomplishments.
What they've done, right?
Yeah, so that is a kind of anniversary as well. And actually, December the 3rd, 2021 would be the 80th anniversary of the founding of China Radio International. It's the official celebrating day for China to start talking to the world in the form of radio wave. I think it's kind of amazing that it has been 80 years, or it will be 80 years.
Yeah, 80 years is a long time.
I remember talking to some of the senior colleagues here. They told me that then they even use actual tape to record things, and they have to cut the tape to do the, what we do, cutting and pasting nowadays on the computer.
Yeah. I imagine things were a lot harder back in the day, but now it's I can't say that it's easier. With the convenience comes other challenges too.
That's for sure. Yeah. And I think we're taking upon that challenges and trying to make this great cause, trying to be a bridge between different cultures and different languages and different mindsets, different people. And hopefully communication, interaction would make the world a better place. So 80 years on, we're still striving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That brings us to the end of today's Takeaway Chinese. I'm Niuniu with Tony here in the studio. For more episodes of the show, you can visit our website at chinaplus.cri.cn and go to the column podcast.
You can also listen to the show and read the script there. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, including Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and much more. Just search for Takeaway Chinese. And don't forget to leave your comments, ratings, and questions.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.
再见。